Okay, just gonna make sure everything's up and going. Yep. All right, welcome back to the next part of Mahjong. We are going to do Litchi and opening the hand on this one, and I might introduce some of the sets I know, and then that's all I know. So what I've learned. So really, it's only two parts, I think, because the second part I can probably fit everything in. So let's go with free play. All the same settings. So I won't repeat what I did last time. So we're just going as people, as presuming you know the basics from last time. So what we do first is we'll do one normal round like before, and if I can get into a Litchi state, I'll explain the Litchi state. So first of all, I've got all this crap I don't need. The game is on Higashi, east, so I can keep the east, but I haven't got an east symbol, so I'm just going to get rid of all these symbols and the red dragon. I don't want that either. So we're just going to focus on throwing those away to begin with. Yeah, throw all these symbols away. Oh, don't know. Look at this. I've got a million symbols, right? I've got every direction there on the set, on the display. It's going to be another one. But anyway, let's see what we've got. So we've got 1, 2, a 4, 4, a 5, 5. Ooh, got 2 4s, 2 5s. That's pretty good. Got a 7 there as well. And I've got in the numbers 2, 2 5s, 6, 7, 8. We've got a set here. Got a group, 6, 7, 8. One group and 2 pairs, so we can use that to our advantage. Actually, we've got 3 pairs, got 2 5s here. So it's not bad. And hopefully I can get to a Litchi. You can do a Litchi when you're in Tenpai. So we need to get to Tenpai to get to Litchi state. It's giving me another 7, which I don't really need. So I won't bother with that. 8, oh, 7, 8. I could do that, which means I should get rid of probably the 2 and the number. Don't need that. I haven't got any pins. I've only got greens and numbers, which is risky when you don't have. It's good to have 3 sets, variety, so there's more chance of getting them, but we've just got a good hand. So I've got 6, 7, 8 here, one set. 6, 7, 8 in number, that's 2 sets. And then we've got a load of pairs, potential for a lot more sets. So let's get rid of. We've got so many pairs, I'll get rid of one of the pairs. Let's get rid of the 2 5s in the numbers. Now we've got 5. But we've got an opportunity. We've got 5, 6, 7, or 6, 7, 8. So I can get rid of either 5 or 6, 5 or 8, and still be in a set there for a group. Let's get rid of the 3 pins. Having no pins at all is pretty bad. Give me another 2. I don't need another 2. Give me a 1. I don't need that either. So this is the problem when you are if you're only relying on your hand not being open and you're just tiling, you kind of want all suits. You want the pins as well, because this is where if I'm relying on just drawing, it's going to be a very less opportunity to get what I want. So yeah, this is going to be a dead game. There we go. I'm not in tempo either. No one did actually win, so we'll see. No 10, didn't get tempo. No 10. Tenpai, he got a tenpai, no 10. Okay, we'll go one more round with the same strategy of just trying to get a Litchi. So, oh, and Lisa has joined. Welcome. So, we've got, right, we've got 2 white dragons here. So I'm going to open my hand up if the opportunity arises. So if someone drops a white tile, I'm going to take it, which will open my hand up, because then I have 3 white dragons. So let's get rid of this north. And what else have we got? We've got a 7 here, 4 and 2, and it's just giving me a 6 in the pins. And we've got 1, 2, 3. So I've got a set there. And I've got 4 as well, so I can do 2, 3, 4. 9 is pretty useless. Let's get rid of 9. I've also got 8, 9 here, and a 6. And just give me another 6. So I might replace this 2 with 2 6s in green. Don't need the 1. We could still do Litchi if I just use these 2 white dragons as a pair. So if no one drops another white, then I can use as a pair and we can still do the Litchi. It's give me a 4 and a green, which don't need. 3 in numbers, don't need that either. We have 4. Don't really need that because I've got 2 6s here. What I can do is get rid of a 6 and make it 2 4s, but I still have a spare 6 there, so not really worth it. Pawn, here we go. So he's dropped a white dragon. So I'm going to pawn to get 3 dragons. A pawn is taking someone's tile to make 3 of the same tile. So this will make 3 white dragons, so it's a pawn. If it's taking someone's tile to make a sequence, like a 1, 2, 3, for example, if I had 2 and 3 and someone dropped a 1 or a 4, that would be a chi, because it's taking someone's tile for a sequence. Taking someone's tile for the same symbol 3 times is a pawn. So we're going to pawn to get 3 white dragons. This will now open my hand up. So now it would change the rules. I can't do a Litchi. You can't do a Litchi when your hand is open. So we won't be doing a Litchi now. We're going to be worrying about just getting a winning hand. So all we need to do now is do that. So I now have to get rid of a tile. Let's get rid of this 4. 1, don't need that. Now I could potentially take other people's tiles now because we've already opened the hand up. So you can take more tiles now. Especially now, like you don't want to take someone to a pawn if it's not a special, which I'll explain in a minute. Well, I'll explain now. So let's say, for example, someone dropped another 6 here. I could pawn and get their 6 to make 3 6s. If I did that and carried on and tried to just get a winning hand, it won't count as a winning hand. So there's lots of ways to make a winning hand, but the basic rule, if you open your hand up, there's other ways, but I'm just going to say, for basics, if your hand's open, you need 1 set of special tiles, which is the dragons or the directions, to have a winning hand. So if I took someone's 6 and made 3 6s and then just got normal tiles, even if it was 4 sets in a pair, it won't allow me to win because it doesn't count if you open your hand up. It only allows me to win that way if I've got 1 set of special tiles, which I do, white dragon. This is why I normally only do a pawn if it's a special tile. So if I got an opportunity, like 3 dragons from a pawn, then I'll go for it because now I've got a special set. I can still win with an open hand. Now you can win still without that because there's so many ways to win, but the basics is you can only win that way because there's different Yaku. That's what it's called. So Yaku is like, I guess, suits in a way. Suits, I don't know, like a winning hands, different types of winning hands, and they're called Yaku. And there's open Yaku and there's closed Yaku, which is winning by closed hand and open hand. So an open Yaku, the basic one, which is called a Yakuhai, this is the most basic open Yaku, so the open winning hand style, which is Yakuhai, which is you must have at least 1 group of special tiles, which is dragons or direction. And it has to be a direction which is your direction or the game. On top left is the game direction, which is east. And then my player, I am the north. You has to be whatever direction you are at that time. And it will tell you that. So if you have a special set, 3, then you've got a Yakuhai, which means now it counts as a winning hand. Open. You don't need to do that. If it's a closed hand, then you don't have to worry about Yakuhai and having a special. You can do it like basic and you'll get a Yakuhai. I mean a Yaku. Yakuhai is a type. Yaku is a winning hand, type of winning hand. Like a variation, and one of them is called Yakuhai, which is open hand with at least one set of special tiles. And this is what we're going for. And now because I've got that already and it's set, I can now pawn and cheat other people's because I've got that set. So no matter what, as long as I get three more sets of three and one pair, we're gonna at least get that. We can definitely win. Let's give me a 9, and that's shit. I'm gonna throw away. And it's giving me 8. Ooh, 6, 7, 8. And then we just need to keep a pair. So I'm going to get rid of the 1. There we go. It's told me that I'm in tempo. If I get rid of the 1, I've got 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. And I've got a pair of 6, which means all I need next is a 7 for 7, 8, 9. And then we win. So now we're in tempo. And someone just dropped the 7. Top player has dropped the 7. Now I can say Lon, take it and win. So if you win by taking someone else's, it's a Lon, as I said before. We can do it. Boom. We win. Someone else dropped what I needed. And there's Yakuhai, which is the special one. So when you're a novice, I would suggest only opening your hand up if it's going to make a set of special dragons or directions. So only pawn or chi. This is for beginners. Of course, if you're good at it, you would do it for other reasons. But like for now, it's giving me 2 green dragons. So now I'm probably going to go for a Yakuhai again, because if someone drops another green, I can then make a set of 3 green. And then bang, we can just do what we did before. I only open my hand up if this happens. If I start with 2 specials straight away, then I go for an open hand only. If I don't, then I don't bother with open hand. This is how I play, as I'm still a beginner in Mahjong. Of course, a professional player wouldn't do that. So we're going to do that. Since we've got another 2 green dragons, so I can show it again. That's good. Let's go. Let's go for another Yakuhai. So while we're waiting for someone to drop another green dragon, we're just trying to make a better hand here. So my hand sucks. So it's not going to go well, is it? Let's get rid of the white dragon. Oh, 3, 4. I don't need that. We've got 1 and a 6 numbers. We've got 2 pins. We've got 1 3 pin. 5, 8, and this is shit. And then this is not going to go well. 9, 9. Pawn. Hey, he's dropped the green dragon. Here we go. Pawn. Back into Yakuhai mode. And now I can throw away... I'm going to throw away the 8 of green. Give me 8 numbers, isn't it? I will have to explain something which is very important in a minute, but I won't yet until it might happen to me if I make a mistake. 2. Okay, 1, 2, so we can get rid of the 6. Let me get 2, so we can just rely on a 3. Let's give me a 4 as well, which get rid of the 8, I guess. So it gives me opportunities. I could cheat now. So this is where now I've already got that set. You could cheat and get others. So if I cheat, it'd make me a 1, 2. He's dropped a 1 pins. I can make a 1, 2, 3. If I do that, I will lose my pair. And I don't want to lose my pair because you can't cheat a pawn for a pair. It has to be a set of 3. So you don't really want your last... Give me another green dragon. I can it. I'm going to do it. What can does is if you can like add that as a 4th green dragon. I'm going to do that. So now it's going to give me an extra green dragon. We'll give him 4 points. And then you have to draw another one, which is a red dragon. If you've got an open hand and you can, I'll do it. All right. It's going to be 4, which opens up a pair. Ooh. If I do that, let's get rid of the 1 in the green. I've got 2 pairs, which is good to have 2 pairs. It's back up. Give me 1 in the green again. And someone won. Bollocks. Oh. We got a Tanyo. Oh, we got a good score. I'm not going to explain those. They're different Yakus, different winning hands, but we're not going to go those. Right. Now, I need to tell you something very important. Because sometimes you might have the winning hand, like 1 more tile left, and it comes to you and you're not allowed. Now, For example, I did earlier on. Someone dropped that 7, I took it on 1. Now there is a thing called Fuliten. If I become Fuliten and he dropped that 7 I needed, I wouldn't be allowed to take it. So if you're in Fuliten, you can't take other people's tiles to win. And the reason that is you discarded that early on. So let's say early on in that game, I discarded that green 7 early on. Then it won't let me take someone else's 7 to win because I discarded the 7 early on. But I didn't. Last time when I took his 7, I didn't have any 7s in my discard piles. If your last winning tile you need comes from a player, but you've already in the past dropped the same tile into your discard pile, it won't let you do it, and it'll be a 30-10. That is why sometimes it won't let you do it. But if you're in 30-10 and you've dropped the 7 before, you can still win if you draw the 7 again yourself, but you can't take someone else's 7 if you're in 30-10. That's why you have to be careful of what you drop into your discard pile. Because if you have accidentally discarded a tile which you might need to win later on, you cannot take it from other players to win. You can only take it by drawing again. That's a way to make the game less cheating, I guess, and make it more difficult to win, which I think is good. It's a balance the game out. It's the Japanese rules. This is all Japanese rules. Literally, it's the Japanese way of playing. Chinese way is very different. It's much easier Chinese way, apparently. Right, we're gonna. I've now got the 30-10 out of the way. We can. Well, we're not going to do a Yakuhai because I haven't got any special tiles. So now we're just going to go for the normal. So I'm going to keep my hand closed. I'm not going to do any pawns or cheese. I'm just going to make a good hand. And I've got pretty good stuff going on here. Got 2 8s, got a 9, got 5 and 4. Oh, a 3, 4, 5 here. That's one set. Got 6, 7, another 6 as a pair. Got a 9, a 5, and 2 3s. Let's get rid of 9. But nah, actually, nah. 5? Nah. North? Nah. 3, 4, 5 we can do here. And I've got a pair of 6 or 7 as well. I'll get rid of the 9 numbers. So I've got a 3, 4, 5 and an extra 3 as a backup pair. Don't need the 3 in tiles. Still early on, this is good. No pawns. Or cheese. 7. 8, 7, 9 we can do here and get rid of this 8. Make 8, 7, 9. Here we go. 7, 8, 9 here. We've got 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5. Don't need this 4. So we've got 2 there. And we got 3, 4, 5 again in numbers. So we need one more set. And then we're in Tenpai. 4, 5, 6. No, so that's no. I could get rid of the 3, make 4, 5, 6 instead. Yes, do that. But now I've dropped that 3, so I can't use that 3 again to win. Okay. So if I'm in 30-10, I can explain the better way if it happens to me, but I'm trying to avoid that. 7 numbers. Oh, come on. We only need one more to be in Tenpai. That'd be helpful. Ooh, 4. Oh. If I get rid of this, we're in Tenpai. I'm trying to think of why we're in Tenpai, because it says I only need a 2 and a 5 to win if I do that. I think it's because we've got a 7, 8, 9 is one set, 4, 5, 6 a second set. Then we have the pair of 6, and then we've got a 3, 4, 5 and a 3, 4, which means we only need a 2 or a 5. So yeah, that's right. Now, my hand's closed. I can do the Litchi now, as it says on the triangle button. What Litchi is gambling. So what happens now, if I Litchi it, which I'm going to do, I'm going to gamble. So if you don't Litchi, you can always change your hand any time. So I can easily discard any hand. Even in Tenpai, I can redesign my hand. If you Litchi it, you gamble. You have to discard everything you pick up until you get the winning ones. It's a gamble. You can't do it. You have to discard everything you pick up until the winning one comes by you or another player. If you don't Lich it, then you can always just throw another tile away and rebuild your hand in a different way. But you Lich it, you can't. It's a gamble. But you do get an extra Yaku. So you do get an extra winning hand type on top. So it does give you more points. We're just going to do it. We're going to gamble it, which means I have to like throw every tile now until I get the winning one, which can be from someone else or from myself picking it up. And I can do it from someone else because I haven't. So I need a 2 or 5. That's the end now. And I didn't throw a 2 and a 5 in the past, so it won't be fully 10. But I'm in Tenpai, and no one else is, so I still win a little bit. Right, now I'm going to go to the next thing. Oh, we won. But I'm going to do one more because I want to explain the last thing I do. And then I've taught you everything I do. So the last thing is more yakus. So winning hands, styles of winning hands. The ones I've already told you are the open one, the yaku high, which is as long as you have one triple of the same dragon, then you will definitely have a winning hand no matter what. So that's one yaku. Now, if we do a closed hand, there are ways to win. So, for example, if we just do what we are doing before and just do anything, like you go, I've got a set here. Doesn't matter as long as you've got 4 sets of any type, like the same number like this, or in a sequence, which I haven't got, and a pair. If it's closed, you can always win by the draw in hand. So, like, if the last tile I need is, if I draw it, I can always definitely win. Use the winning hand. But, for example, we've got 3 ones. Let's say we had 7, 8, 9 here, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, and a pair here. It wouldn't count if someone dropped the winning tile. It would not say, it would say irrelevant, not a yaku. It would only work if I draw the last card myself, because it needs to be a specific winning hand. Now, there's a lot of different winning hands, and I've learned 3, and I only use the 3 winning hands and focus on those. One of them I've taught you, which is Yakuhai, so that's the open one I learned. I've learned the open hand. There's a lot more than that, but all I do is if I get 3 dragons or 3 directions by taking from someone else, then you can just make any old kind of formation and it's fine. You win. You're definitely going to win. Now, if you don't worry about a type of winning hand, like we did earlier, all you can rely on is a Richii and the basic sumo, which is winning the last tile by you drawing it. You can't take it by someone else's. And if you Richii, you can take it by someone else's. The reason that is if you win by drawing it, winning by drawing the last tile yourself and not borrowing it from someone else's is instantly a yaku. But if you take someone else's to win, it's not a yaku. It doesn't count as a winning hand. But if you Richii, it will count and you can take it from someone else because Richii gambling is a yaku. So if you Richii, you definitely got a winning hand no matter what. That's why they always say for beginners to do a Richii if you can, because as soon as you do a Richii, that's it, you've got a winning hand. There's nothing that can stop you. You're allowed to just, that's it, it's set. As long as you get that final tile you need, you can use it to win no matter what, if it's a Richii. And it can be from someone else's pile as well, as long as you're not on 30-10, which I explained earlier. If you're on 30-10, you have to pick it up yourself, but yeah. So if you're going to do that way, so for pure beginners, what you want to do is focus on Richii and Yakuhai. So if you're going to go for the open hand, only do that if it's going to be a special one like Dragon or Direction, like I showed you earlier. And if you're going to stick with closed hand, just go for the Richii to begin with. Just focus on that. Because then as soon as you can do that, then you can just make any old set of threes and sequences and you'll win. You just have to worry about the 30-10. So really what I want people to do is just, that's it. You just want to focus on that. So you want to focus on Richii and not being in 30-10, which is taking into account what you're going to throw away. So let's say I'm in Litchi. Let's see if I can get in Litchi to explain it, actually. I was going to explain it. So let's just try and get another Litchi state so I can explain avoiding being in fully 10. So we've got a we've got a set of 3, we've got 2 9s, we've got 8, which is good. We've got 3 4, could get a 5 there. 5 6 is good, actually. So I might as well get rid of these special ones. If you accidentally pawn when it's not a special one, like then, if I pawn and got 3 9s in a row, then you're kind of screwed. You're going to have a hard time getting a winning hand unless you know advanced stuff. You kind of just like done. You're done. You might as well just try and go for a 10 pie, and that's it. That's all you can do. So try not accidentally pawn on C unless it's explore on C's here, unless it's a special one. And we've got a 5. So what we can do is I'm going to do this now because this is going to help explain the fully 10. So I'm going to get rid of the 3 so we can go 4 5 6. This now I can show you now. So now we've got 3 1s, 4 5 6, 5 6. So we can have a 7 there, and then we've got 5 6 7, and then we've got 2 pairs of 9s, and we've got a 5 and an 8, which is shit. So, but it's giving me an 8 as well. But anyway, let's just, for example, let's say, right, so we've got one set here, another set here is 2, and let's say this is 7. Just for example, this is another set 3, and we've got a pair of 9, and let's just say that this is a 7, 8, and I've got a 9 on me. So let's just, for example, let's say we've got a winning hand almost, and all we need is like, I don't know, let's say we needed a 7. If we just needed a 7 now, and that's it, that's fine, right? But let's say if it's a way where if I need a 3, for example, this 4 5 6, if I made this 6 2 6s and all I needed left to win was 3 type pins, I wouldn't be able to take it from someone because, as you can see in my pile, I've already done it. I've discarded that 3 before. Because I've discarded that 3 and it's in my discard pile, I can no longer win by that tile from someone else. So if someone else discards a 3 and it's what I needed to win, I can't because I've discarded it before. That's where you've got to be careful. So I don't want to rely on my last winning tile to be a free pin now because otherwise I won't be able to take it from someone. I can still win by taking it myself, but I won't be able to take it from someone else. So you've got to be careful what you throw away because if your last winning tile you needed is something you've thrown away in the past, you won't be able to take it from someone else because you'll be in the fully 10. And that's what a lot of people get confused about because they go, why can't I take it? He dropped something I needed and it won't let me take it. What's going on? That's because you've taken it before. So if that happens to you, if someone drops something you need and it won't let you take it, look at your own pile. And if you've discarded the same one before, that's why. So we're going to just carry on this one game and I'm going to end there. Anyway, we've got another 8. I'm going to get rid of the 8 here. No, I'm not going to pawn because I'm going to specials. I will explain, there's one more thing I know, and then that's it. I've pretty much explained everything I know except for one thing. I'll explain that at the end. Oh, we're in Litchi state apparently, so I can Lich. Why is that? Okay, cool. Now I can explain stuff here. So, I've got 3 8s in the numbers here. I've got a pair of 9. I think I can show a through 10 here. I can. I've got a 9. And I've got, oh no, I can't, can I? Oh no, I can't through 10. No, I can't. Because I've got a 4 5 6, 5 6, and an 8. If I get rid of the 8, it would give us the 3 8s and number, a pair of 9, 3 1s, 4 5 6, and then all we need left to win is, it tells me what I need. This game tells you when you're in what you need left and how many are left in the game. So I need a 4 or 7. And they're both a lot in the game still. And I'm not in fully 10 because, look, it tells me there I need a 4 or 7 to win. And I haven't discarded those before, so I am not in fully 10. So if I discarded a 4 or 7 in before, then I won't be able to take those from other players. I'll be in fully 10. It will come up as well, fully 10. But we're good. So we're going to Litchi it, so we're going to gamble, which means I have to throw each tile I pick up no matter what until the winning one comes. I can't change my hand. But no matter what, I win. If I get a winning tile, it definitely counts as a winning hand no matter what. This is why you want to lich all the time when you're a beginner. So I've definitely got a winning hand now no matter what, as long as I get that final tile from someone or myself. And I can do that because I haven't dropped the winning tile before, so I'm not in for it. Here we go, someone's just dropped a 7. Still left, it's telling me he's dropped a 7. If I had the same one, that 7, in my pile of dropped, I wouldn't be able to do this. It would not let me because I've already dropped it before, but I haven't, so I can take it. That's why you've got to be careful what you throw in your way. Boom. And we're doing a lot more winning here than last time. Right. We're going to end it now. We're going to end it the final thing I know, and then I've taught you everything I know of Mahjong so far, but there's a lot more variation to it. But you don't want to go into it until you're really used to this. And then if you want to learn more styles of winning hands, open and closed, different yakus, which is the winning hands, if you just go on Google and put a list of yaku, which is Y-A-K-U, and you have to make sure it's Richii Mahjong, because that's the Japanese way. It's the most famous one anyway. And put a list of yaku in Richii Mahjong, and it'll show you all the different lists. And there's some really crazy ones, like if you got the same suit. I know one of them is if I got all pins at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all of them in one go, then that would be a special yaku, a special winning hand, and you get a load of score for it. And it just gives you the special ones you can learn, but I don't know them by heart, so I don't bother with them. But that's why if you learn them all, then you could do a lot of different things, and it makes it even more interesting. But we're going to do, there's one more I do know, and it's an open one. Yep, it's an open one or closed. You can do both. And that is a Tanyor, it's called. I do know another one, but I'm not going to explain it because that's weird. But the other one I do use a lot is Tanyor. And what that is you're not allowed any terminal tiles. And terminal tiles are 1s and 9s, or special ones. So if I have a hand that has no 1s or 9s, and no special dragons or directions, then that is instantly a yaku, and I can always aim for that. That's what I like to aim for, is not having any 1s or 9s in my hand, because that would definitely give a winning hand. If you aim for like just making any random sets of like sequences or the same number, as long as there's no 1s or 9s in your hand, that will always be a winning hand, as long as there's no dragons in it. And if you do that, you're allowed the pawn and chi, because a Tanyor, which is no 1s or 9s or specials in your hand, can be open or closed. So if we aim for that now, let's aim for not having any 1s or 9s or specials in our hand, we're allowed to pawn and chi. So it's a good way to practice that as well. So, but if you say, for example, if I got 3 dragons like we did before, Yakuhai, and I can do 3 white dragons, just pawn it and pawn it. You can't do the no 1s or 9s as well, because you're not allowed specials as well. So if you're going to go for the Tanyo, which is no 1s or 9s or specials, you can't pawn your dragons. That's a separate thing. I always forget that. So we're going to do it anyway. So we're going to focus on getting rid of all our 9s and 1s, and we've got a few. So I'm allowed to pawn and chi, but I don't want to chi upon this one, because it's a 1. I can't use 1s for this special hand I want. So I'm going to get rid of all of my 1s, replacing them by something else. So no specials either. 9, can't use that. It is risky trying to go for this hand. I'm just going to get rid of, there you go. Now we haven't got any 1s or 9s in the hand. We've got 3 3s here. That's good. Got 2 3, 3 3s. We've got 2 5s, 2 8s is a good hand. 5, 2 5s and a 7, 4 and a 7. That's pretty shit. But I've just got given a 3, so let's get rid of the 7. And another 2. Do I want to go for that 2, or do I just leave it? I might leave it because I've already got 2 pairs. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. Now I can't use that for a winning tile now. I'll be careful. 6. I could replace it with this 5 because I've got a pair of 8. The dollar as well, but I'm not going to explain dollar for now. I said everything I know. Let's go for get rid of the 5, make a 5 6, potential 5 6 7, or 4 5 6. I've got a pair of 8s, which I might as well keep. Let's give me a 5. 3 4 5 in the green. Wee. which we could then get rid of the 7 here and make this a pair and this a pair. Let's do that. Let's give me a 7 in green, don't need it. 7 in the numbers. Ooh. Okay, we might do this. I'm going to get rid of the 2. I've got 2 8s, get rid of 1, which means I can do a 6, 7, 8 or 5, 6, 7. Let's do that. Because we've got a pair of 5s now. So we actually, I think we're close to a 10 pie here. I think we actually might be in 10 pie. No, we're not. It's 2 5s. Oh yeah, we need that for our pair. Let's give me a 6 I need. So 3, 4, 5 is one set. I've got a pair. 6, 7, 8, another set. And a 3, 3, 3, another set. So we do need one more set. So we need to get... Oh, this is kind of crap. We either need an extra 5 here or some shit going on here. I don't know. It's kind of crap actually what I've got going. I kind of want an extra 5, which I can pawn a chi if someone does it. Oh, it said Richii, which means... Oh, because I've got a 6. Hang on. Get rid of 2. It's telling me here, all I need is a 4 to win. Because if I get rid of 2, it'd be 3 sets of 3 threes, so it's 1, 5, 6, 7, or 6, 7, 8. Pair of 5 and a 3, 4, 5. If I get rid of 6, it'd be another 6, so I can either go for 4, 5, 6, or 5, 6, 7. But there's no more 7s in the game, so I can only rely on going for the 4 if I do this. If I literally, I have to just keep going until it arrives. And I haven't thrown away a number 4 in my pile yet, so I'm not in 310. So let's go for it. Let's literally it. And if we win, we'll get that extra score because we haven't got any 1s or 9s on top. So this is going to be crazy if I win because I'll get the Litchi point for gambling. I'll get the Tanyor point for having no 1s or 9s or specials. So that's an extra point. And I might get 1 more point if I get a tile myself and not get it from someone else. That's an extra point. There's over 3 points I can get here. If I get it from someone else, it'll only be 2 points. So we can get a mental score here, potentially. Even though oh my god. Okay, I've drawn it, which means that is instantly a point in itself. I've drawn it. I haven't got it from someone else. That's 1 point. I've also got Litchi because I gambled it. That's another point. And there's no 1s or 9s or specials in hand, so that's another point. So I should get 3 points. You should see that now, 3 points. Yeah, better to rewatch this because there's a lot to learn. But I've got 3 points in it. It should come out with 3 things and 3 points. It should do, if I'm right. Litchi, Ipatsu, Sumo. I've got 4 points. And dollar sign special. I've got mental points, okay? Dollar I'm not going to explain, but I did get the 3 points. I got an extra 1 because if you Litchi, I did, and my next turn I win, which I did. If I win the very next turn, which I did, that's an extra point. So I got mental loads of points there because I got very lucky by... So this happens to anything. If you Litchi, and the next turn of yours, you win, that's like a 1-turn win, which I got. So that's an Ipatsu. So that's an extra point on top. An extra Yaku. So those points, I got 4 points. They're Yaku points. That's what they are, Yaku, like special points. And I got 4. And then I got a dollar, which is mental, but I'm not going to explain dollar now. It's not that hard, but it's just, I might actually explain it now. The last thing is dollar, okay? Because then it's all done, and then you can just rewatch this video as many times as you need to get used to it. And I've explained all, and I haven't tried to merge things all once. It's kind of in steps. So hopefully you can understand it, and I've done it in steps. And you can rewatch the first video for the very basics. And this is still very basic, but like a little bit more. And then you know everything I know, and there's a lot more to know after this. There's a lot more. You can get more into it like crazy, but you want to just learn this and master this and then move on. And I haven't mastered it. I'm still trying to remember it all. So the last thing is the dollar. And you saw I got a shitload of points from the dollar. That's another special thing from the Japanese rule set. So in the center, you can see there's 1 tile flipped over it's showing. You can see there's an 8 green, right? And that is telling me what the dollar is. And dollar is, if you have a dollar tile in your hand, that's an extra point instantly. but you can't win by that. It's an extra point, but it doesn't count as a winning hand. It will just add to the winning hand. So if you win and you've got a dollar in your hand, it adds more points. But you can't win just from having the dollar in your hand. It's like an extra point. And as we can see, it's 8 of green. That's the dollar one, but it isn't. The only confusing thing is this game's great because it tells you when you collect it, it tells you the dollar you've got it. Not all games tell you you've got a dollar. You have to work it out by looking at the middle. I think the Yakuza series does tell. I think it does tell you you've got a dollar anyway. So you can just say, "Oh, I've got a dollar." It means if you keep that, you want to keep the dollar really. If you've got a dollar in your hand, you want to try and keep it because you get a load of points. But you don't have to keep it. You can get more points, but sometimes you kind of want to throw it to win. Um, so the only confusing thing really is it says 8 green. That isn't what the dollar is. It's just telling you what the dollar is. So whatever it is in the center, it's the next one in the sequence is the dollar. So it says 8 green, but that means the dollar is actually a 9 green. So it's the next one in the sequence. It's not what is there. That's all we need to know. So if it was a 5 green, the dollar's actually a 6 green. It tells me in this game anyway, and you collect it. Not all games do. But for example, if it's a 9 green, it would be a 1. It goes resets, and it'd be the 1 green, which would be a dollar. That's how it works. The only weird thing is with dragons and directions, and I can't remember which is which. So like if it comes up in the center, the green dragon, I can't remember what's in order. I don't know if it means the red dragon's dollar or the white dragon. I can't remember. But there is a certain way. You can look it up. I can't remember. Same with directions. But some games just tell you if you've got a dollar in your hand. Some don't. This game I'm playing, I don't think it's out in the West. I think it's only in Japan, this game. It's just called Basic the Mahjong. That's what it's called, I think. It's just, that's all it is. But it's on PlayStation Plus. You can't buy it, but I've got PlayStation Plus. So it's on there for free. Don't think it got released in the West. I can't rely on it. This one's one of the best ones to play, but it's like you have to have a Japanese account. I don't think it might be. If you just type in Mahjong in the PlayStation Store, it might be there. It's just called like Simple Mahjong or something, and it's just a picture of a tile. I doubt it came out in the West because it ain't a popular thing. Most Mahjong games don't come out in the West. If it doesn't, then the second best is Yakuza series. Because Yakuza series I've played and I've played Mahjong and it is good. It helps a lot. It does give you. I'm sure it tells you. Um, I don't know if it tells you if you need like on this one. And now if I the winning hand, what I need to win. I don't know if it tells you that on Yakuza. I think it might do. I know it definitely tells you if you're in fully 10. I know that for sure. It helps with certain things which this game doesn't do to give you an indication. Like if someone wins by it hasn't happened actually in these videos, but if someone wins by taking what you've discarded, say if I discarded a 3 and that's what someone else needed and they take it, that was my fault. I've given it to them. That hasn't happened, which is interesting. That normally does. On the X series, you know you've made a mistake because it goes crazy. It exaggerates. Like the main character, Kazuma, it goes crazy. It goes, oh shit, I buggered it. It basically tells you that you've made a mistake because you've given it away. But this game doesn't do that. But yeah, I can't remember how Yakuza works and like how much it tells you and doesn't tell you. But I know it's not. It does tell you quite a lot. And it has a dollar. It has every rule set. All the rules in this game are in Yakuza. There's nothing different. There is. I don't know if Yakuza uses the special red tile tool. I don't think it does. There's like an extra rule which not all Mahjong games do, and I don't. This game doesn't use it. It's the red tile tool. I don't think Yakuza does. No, it doesn't. I think you can add it, you can choose it, but it doesn't by preset. And I have used the red tile tool on the mobile phone game because that uses everything. That's very advanced. I want. That's not for beginners at all. But don't worry about that because just don't use it. It's not that difficult, but don't worry about it. That's everything. So yeah, just use this video and the first video and just watch them again if you need to. And if you master that, then you're on the same level as me. I don't know any more than that. and then you can just learn. All you really need to do next is learn more yakus, more special winning hands. That's the only thing left to do, and then just make your own strategies of what you should throw away and keep and stuff. And that is very important. It's very important to see what other people are doing. I'm still no good at that. I don't really look at what other people have thrown away, which you should. And the reason is that before I go, I'll give you this little story I had at work. So on my break at work, I normally play on the mobile phone game, Mahjong game. I do 2 games at break. And one day my manager was on the same break time as me. So when I went to the break room, he was there. And then I showed him I was playing Mahjong. And he's really good at it. So he showed me loads. And he told me loads of different styles and loads of different winning hands, which I can't remember now because he just went mental. And so I said to him, play one of these now. I gave him the game and I said, well, I want to watch you play. I watched him play it, and watching him decide what to throw away and what's good to keep was so different to me. He's like, no, I don't need that, throw that away. And I'm like, well, I wouldn't do that. It's very interesting to see a pro player, a good player, decide what to keep. It's really interesting because the things he was throwing away, I wouldn't. And I'm like, why are you getting rid of that? That's not a bad one. But he was really good at it. So it is very, and he was looking at everything the players were throwing away and everything and their scar piles. He was very attending to everything. So he's a good player. So I would say probably what you want to learn first after doing everything I do is learn more winning hands. And once you've learned more winning hands, start to look at what they're throwing away. Because I think what he was doing is trying to play defensive. If it looks like they're going to win with a big hand, you want to win with a crap hand just to defend yourself. You want to stop someone winning big. So sometimes you might want to win crap like small, just 1 extra point, just to stop them from getting big. There's a lot of variation, a lot of tactics involved when you get into it. It's amazing. But anyway, there you go. There's Mahjong, and that's it. I don't know when I'll make another video because now I've taught you everything I know. So it might be a month or two before I make another video because I haven't learned any more now, and I need to learn more myself. So the next time I play will probably just be showing you more types of special hands, which Yaku. There's more types of Yaku. And I'll leave it there. See you next time.